The fifth and final day of the 2026 technical chess in Barcelona concluded with a red storm from Maranello. Charles Leclerc unleashed all the reins of the SF-26 shortly before the end of the session, shaking the Barcelona asphalt with a 1.16.653 lap. This time was the most aesthetic and forceful response to the 1.16.4 benchmark lap that Mercedes used to strike fear into the paddock all week. The stoic smile on Fred Vasseur's face is the ultimate proof that Ferrari hasn't just built a fast car, but an engineering fortress that deeply grasps the spirit of the 2026 regulations. After a week of sandbagging with reliability simulations and data collection sessions, Ferrari put on the soft compounds on the final day and sent this message to the paddock: "We are here, and we are coming to quench the 2020-year drought. Here we go beyond the drivers, analyzing the paddock's deepest technical leaks and complex engineering data." If you want to follow the 2026 revolution from the front row through the eyes of engineers, subscribe now and turn on notifications. Our strategy desk is ready. We are exposing the Barcelona final report and Ferrari's magnificent final lap in full technical detail. The most critical data of the fifth day was undoubtedly Charles Leclerc's lap on soft compounds filled with purple sectors. After a week of high fuel runs with 70-80 kilogram loads, Ferrari unleashed the 0.67-6 power unit for the first time today. The most striking detail reflected in the telemetry during Leclerc's lap was the MGU-K unit's ability to deliver its 350 kilowatt power until the end of the straight without any derating. This is the clearest sign that Ferrari has not fallen behind its rivals in battery management software and thermal efficiency coefficients. In fact, they possess the most stable harvesting system in the paddock. Compared to the 1.16.4 lap set by Mercedes with Russell earlier in the week, Ferrari's time clarified beyond doubt who the two fastest cars heading to Bahrain are. Leclerc's post-lap message, "The car reacts exactly where I want it. We still have pace in our pocket," felt like a secret admission that Maranello has not yet fully unleashed 100% of its engine power for the Bahrain tests. Ferrari leaves Barcelona not just as the leader, but as a beast exerting psychological pressure on its rivals. Fred Vasseur summarized the key to success in Barcelona by stating, "Integration won over speed," in his post-test remarks. For Ferrari, the greatest victory in the SF-26 project is that the correlation between wind tunnel data and the Barcelona asphalt is 100% aligned. Vasseur emphasized that Loic Serra's chassis philosophy and Enrico Gualtieri's engine department have merged under a single DNA. This integration allowed Ferrari to show a more linear development in weight distribution and active aero synchronization compared to its rivals. The harmony between the power unit and the aerodynamic package, the biggest unknown of the 2026 regulations, has been crafted like a work of art in Maranello. While competitors still struggle with basic setup issues and suspension geometry errors, Ferrari's transition to the marginal gains phase puts them a step ahead in the 2026 championship race. Vasseur's stoic and confident presence in the pit lane is usually bad news for the rest of the paddock, because Maranello has now transformed into an operationally flawless entity, not just a fast one. Red Bull, which lost significant time at the start of the Barcelona tests due to sensor issues and engine mapping errors, rose from the ashes with Max Verstappen on the final day. Verstappen completed a full 69 laps in the morning session, reproving the reliability of the RBPT-Ford power unit to the paddock. Finishing the day in third place with a 1.18.285, Verstappen drew attention more for his consistency in race pace and tyre management skills than his lap time. New floor and diffuser parts brought from Milton Keynes on the final night of testing seem to have restored the RB22's famous stability, especially in high-speed corners. Verstappen working on aggressive energy harvesting maps shows that the Red Bull-Ford partnership has made a major breakthrough in battery software. Although they appear behind the speed of Ferrari and Mercedes, Verstappen's post-lap statement, "Our roadmap is clear, we know what we need to do," is the greatest proof that Red Bull is hiding its true performance for the Bahrain spotlights. While the RB22 leaves Barcelona like a wounded lion, it continues to maintain that dangerous structure that grows more refined with every kilometer. The secret hero of Day 5 was the Audi project and Gabriel Bortoleto, who finally had their most productive morning. After struggling with teething pains all week, Audi completed 66 laps today, showing they have largely solved their thermal management issues and could challenge the midfield in terms of reliability. On the other side, the paddock's most anticipated name, Fernando Alonso, conducted what was effectively a system validation session by logging 49 laps with the Adrian Newey-designed AMR26. Without focusing on lap times at all, Alonso's testing of active aero transitions and the Honda engine's torque curves every lap proves how precise Newey's fingerprints on the chassis are. Alonso's "we must temper expectations but the potential is high" warning might actually be a classic sandbagging move to lure rivals into complacency, because the AMR26's smooth flow on track indicates the car has a very high development ceiling. Aston Martin and Audi conclude Barcelona with the critical raw data set needed to close the gap with the giants. The biggest challenge of the 2026 regulations, the 706 8 kg weight limit, turned into a true technology war at the Barcelona weigh-ins. Ferrari reaching this weight limit exactly, thanks to its compact 0.67-6 engine and the paddock-shaking thin-wall casting technology, left them with massive performance headroom compared to rivals. Leaks from Maranello show that the specialized steel alloys Ferrari used in the engine block are both more durable and volumetrically smaller than aluminium blocks. While competitors Mercedes and Red Bull are still sacrificing aero parts and cooling ducts to shed grams, Ferrari has the luxury of adding updates to its Melbourne package that will gain raw speed. This weight advantage will grant Ferrari immense strategic flexibility throughout the season, not just in raw speed, but also in tyre wear and fuel saving. Ferrari used the 768 kilograms in the rulebook not just as a limit, but as an opportunity to crush its rivals under the weight of perfection. The heart of the 2026 regulations, active aero transitions X mode and Z mode, reached the paddock's highest synchronization level on the SF-26. Telemetry leaked from Barcelona testing shows that Ferrari's proprietary AeroSync algorithm for controlling front and rear wing flaps returns the wings to corner mode, the very millisecond the driver touches the brake. This is such a smooth and jolt-free transition that it completely eliminates the risk of snap oversteer, the famous aero instability rivals face at corner entries. Ferrari engineers optimized weight distribution and cut response times in half compared to hydraulic systems by positioning electromechanical actuators directly in the center of the chassis. This technological superiority doesn't just make the SF-26 fast on straights, it allows it to carry 5 or 10 kilometers more speed into corners than its rivals. In 2026, the title will be won not just with engine power, but with the perfection of this invisible software and actuator speed war, and Ferrari is already delivering a masterclass in this battle. The 5-day silent revolution in Barcelona has ended, and the first real power map of the 2026 Formula One world has cleared in all its naked glory. Charles Leclerc's 1.16.653 lap was not just a timing chart lead, it was a proclamation of how technologically superior and ready Ferrari is to quench the 20-year drought. While Mercedes' overwhelming reliability and Red Bull's hidden potential continue to shake the paddock, the psychological and technical winner of Barcelona was undoubtedly Ferrari. For the strategy desk, the data is clear. Ferrari didn't just comply with the rules, they integrated them into their DNA so well that the grid's most refined championship contender emerged. Do you think Ferrari's lead in Barcelona can continue in the official Bahrain tests and the first race in Melbourne? Will the reliability advantage of Mercedes-powered teams be enough to stop Ferrari's raw speed? Let's discuss this technical war in the comments. I will examine every piece of data. As the F1 Perspective team, we will continue to be in the deepest parts of the paddock. See you in our next technical analysis. I wish you safe exits from the pit.